All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, our glory, our honors unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. It's the preacher Zion. Another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And this will be an update on the video I did before, dealing with the incentives that they're using to push this shot, man. This is from Yahoo Finance from January 21st, 2021. It says GOP congressmen give $1,400 stimulus checks. Give $1,400 stimulus checks to people who get the shot. Okay. And hey, like we've been saying here at Great Millstone, we've been telling you for years, starting with the apostles and the elders, that when they do start to push for this new system, which is ultimately going to lead to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID implant, they're going to I want to say this. They want to basically excite you about taking it. They want to give you incentives. They're saying, okay, well, you can take this and we'll give you this. Because the fact of the matter is people are dying. All right. People are dying after taking the shot. Now, for the most part, a lot of times when these different, because what's going on is they've been pushing this shot. They've been pushing this shot for a few weeks now, about a month. And people are dying within days of taking it, you know? So what does E want to do? Basically, E wants to say, all right, you want to, you want your so-called old life back? Well, then you're going to have to take this, you know? So it says one Republican congressman says instead of sending stimulus checks to every qualifying American, direct payment should go to people who receive the C shot. Okay. I hope the administration will look at that option because we actually buy something with our $1,400, and that's herd immunity, said Republican Steve Stivers, a Representative Steve Stivers of Ohio, in an interview with Yahoo Finance Live. Okay. President Joe Biden has called for individual $1,400 payments in his $1.9 trillion relief plan, which some Republicans argue is too much and some progressives say is too little. Stivers opposes additional stimulus checks as the proposal currently stands. So they want to give you this check, which would be what, a third stimulus check, which is really universal basic income, but they're not calling it that. But that's something that you can look up. Universal basic income which is basically the government paying its citizens to basically sit at home or go to work for essential purposes. But here in America, they're calling it stimulus checks. All right, quotations. But as they start to give out more and more of these checks, there's going to be more and more of a incentive, like a gift. Basically, they're bribing you to take it. But also, because of the so-called risk factor with the pandemic, there's going to be more of a strict qualification to take it. All right. So that's the main point of this article. I'm going to get a scripture. Right, because you always got to get the scriptures. All right. So let's go to let's see here. Yep, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. So this is really the plot of the devil. Because we know and we understand that the adversary wants the Israelites killed. This is part of his plan to give the shot to essential workers, and then also to less fortunate communities, which we know include so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans. Right now, when you go into that word devices in the Strongs in the Greek, let's see. It says a perception, a purpose, right? Device, mind, thought. Okay, now it says a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. Now, what is the evil purpose of you getting this shot? Well, based on the information that's been put out publicly by Bill Gates, we know that he's for population control. All right. And even today, you had the famous baseball player Hank Aaron. About a week or two ago, he took the shot. And then the news report today that he's dead. Now, whether or not that has anything to do with it, it'll go on a report soon. Okay, on whether or not that played a factor. But along with his case and many others, people have died after taking the shot. So we'll see how it goes in the future. But nonetheless, this is their plan, okay? Or this is their proposal, which is really the plan, all right? So they say, okay, well, you know what? We'll give you more money, but you're going to have to qualify by having been inoculated, okay? Now, there's another article. Now, not just them, okay? Now, I did a video last week on these different stores, like Dollar General, which Dollar General is in predominantly Israelite neighborhoods. If you don't know who the Israelites are, then you can look it up on YouTube who the Israelites are. All right. So in predominantly Israelite neighborhoods, where most you got your different dollar stores, Dollar General was one of the businesses and companies that wanted to pay their employees to get the shot. So this is an update on that, foodandwine.com, from January 20th, 2021, the year of the hastening of the day of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is which will be the condemnation of the wicked and the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel. So this is what it says in the article. It says these grocery stores are paying employees to get the shot, okay, to get the V. So now it says since the beginning of the pandemic, grocery store employees have been recognized as essential workers. Now, as the shot is being rolled out, hopefully signaling the start of a return to some sense of normalcy, this is the image of the beast. This is the new normalcy, the new normality, the new image, the new way of life. Everybody's going to have to be registered into the system, not just with a registered number and a social security card, but biometrically. And that's why I do so many videos on biometrics, because of that very fact. That's what's going to get the people tied into the beast, so Esau can rule over your soul, man. It says now many grocers are incentivizing their employees to be among the first to get their shots. Okay. At least 4 major grocery brands have announced that they will pay their employees to get the C19V. Dollar General, which I mentioned that, Instacart, Trader Joe's, and Aldi, which made their announcement yesterday. So that would be January 19th. Today's the 21st. I'm sorry, the 22nd. All right. 2021. It says, since the onset of the pandemic, our entire Aldi team has worked to keep stores safe and stocked and serve communities without interruption. Jason Hart, CEO of Aldi US, stated. Why? Because you need food to eat. And certain cities and states were only allowing essential workers such as medical workers, delivery drivers, those that do commercial jobs, and basically people that are getting food and supplies to go back home and quarantine. So now it says providing accommodations so employees can receive this critical V is one more way we can support them and eliminate the need to choose between earning their wages and protecting their well-being. Different companies are taking different approaches to these incentives, but with similar results. Aldi said they would cover costs associated with the administration and will provide employees with 2 hours of pay for each dose they receive, up to 4 hours total, as well as scheduling flexibility for salaried employees. Now, I have my own opinions about that, which I'm not going to say on here, but I will say for 4 hours, half a shift or, a third of a shift to get a shot as early as it's been coming out with the report that's been coming out. It's definitely not something that I would have on my radar, to do, on my to-do list. A lot of people are basically saying, they're going to wait and see what happens. Well, we here at GMS, we say don't take it, man. Okay? And if you have 1/3 of a brain, you're not going to take it neither, no matter what they offer you. And we know that this is leading up to the mark itself, because his devices and his evil purpose, right, is this here. Okay? Revelation chapter 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. With these laws, they're making a new normalcy. Like here it is, we got President Joe Biden now, and he has a mask mandate. We told you that these things were going to happen almost a year ago. We here at Great Millstone, the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone told you that. These other Israelite groups are not warning you and telling you about what the so-called white man is doing. All right? We said we're going to get these masks out here. They're going to mandate them. And then what's next? Now they want to mandate you getting the shot. And believe that's going to happen. Okay? Because the incentives are not going to work. All right? But they want to do what they can. So it's speaking. It says, and call that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Because you're going to be deemed, according to the Insurrection Act and everything that's going on in D.C., oh, well, you're an enemy combatant. You could be a domestic terrorist. You don't love your country. And they already have activated the National Guard, and we're pretty much in martial law, which we've really been in martial law, pursuant to the Patriot Act 1 and 2, going back to 01. But there's levels, man, And this is going to lead to the mark of the beast, which we know, and you can read it here in 16 and 17. But this is what they're doing. They want to push this this new agenda, this new system. And for all of you so-called black spending Native Americans that voted, this is what you asked for. All right? And be prepared to have your lives be made a living hell by this administration. Way worse than what Trump did, man. All right? Because we're in the time of prophecy being fulfilled. So with that, I hope it was edifying. I'm going to say shalom.